Hey guys, it's Allison here, and I have got my next layout in my Clear the Desk attempt. So this is a class over at Shimelle Lane's website, so just go to shimelle.com, and then over on the right hand side in the sidebar there should be a classes tab, and you can click on it. These classes you can go at any time, sort of enter at any time, and just join in. I'm not affiliated with Shimelle, so just putting it out there. I don't make any money if you click from any link that I leave you. I just heartily endorse anything she does, pretty much. Okay, getting that out of the way. I've already made one layout from the kit of supplies, and I will, well, this video is in a playlist that's going to have all the videos from this class, so you can go back to the first video and see that kit of supplies. I go through it in detail. And then the next step is to take all the remaining papers after that first layout and see how many layouts we can make out of it. So right now what I have done is I have sort of kitted up for two layouts. So the first layout I made, I'll just pull that in for a sec, was this one. This paper was my jumping off paper, and everything else was pulled to coordinate with that paper. So it might seem a little backwards to actually use that paper in its entirety right away, but Shimelle has a pretty good reasoning behind it, which I'm not going to go into because you can learn about it by taking her class. But the point I was trying to make was that with this particular kit of supplies, I want to scrapbook my girls' school photos. So I've done the youngest, and I have kitted together supplies that I can use to do the next two. So for my oldest, I've got the red, the glasses, which is not a full sheet. I cut off a journaling card from the back. And then this one, which I used part of on the other layout, the pencils I used. And then I've cut some circular accents from my sheet. I put this branding strip. This was from the big alphabet paper. I don't know if I'll use it on this layout, but I thought I would give myself the option. And then I've cut two of the dimensional stickers from My Mind's Eye, three of the cork stickers. Oh, sorry, I've cut three of those dimensional stickers, and then three cork stickers. So that's something to start with. And then the next kit I put together is for my middle daughter's photos. And so I've got the polka dot paper, the cloud print. I pulled in the rest of those pencils that I had left, some pink. This is from the Shimelle's sticker book. Is that from her original or from True Stories? I can't remember. I think it might be True Stories. A few circles from that cut apart sheet, two more cork circles, and then one dimensional sticker. So I think I'm going to start with this one and then move on. So I'm just going to put these supplies aside. I don't want to dip into them by accident. And then I've also got all the rest that I can pull in if I need to. And obviously I've got all of my other embellishments. So for starters, this is going to be my background, so I'm going to cut off my border strip. And then I'm just going to push these to one side for now, kind of in the way. And then I think I will just cut a big 6-inch piece of this and then build everything off to one side. And I've got that border strip too I can pull in. So I cut that to 6 by 11 and a half. There's a mark on there. I'm not sure if that's in the design or a mark on the paper. Let's see. See if I could use that, and I'd want to pull it over to this side so that the distressing is in that corner. You know what, I'm just going to work with it. Oh, I just noticed one other thing. Look, it's got a little rip. Okay, change of plans. I'm just going to move my layout to the other half. Okay. So I'm just going to rearrange everything in my mind and then build the layout opposite to how I had intended. But it'll be fine. It's just paper and photos. Nothing earth-shattering or life-threatening, right? And I just got to trim this off. And I wanted to have this behind. I do realize I'm putting polka dots on top of polka dots. These photos, she's looking, her body is sort of turned this way, so I kind of want to have them over here. I suppose I could do that. And then that opens up the clouds. I don't cover so much of the clouds. Yeah, that works. Now my pencils. Do I pull them in like this? And then cover up all those clouds that I was so happy that I had opened up. Or do I use this side? Yeah, I do kind of like that. Okay. There's quite a bit there, so I'm just going to trim a little piece off. And then I can always use it maybe over here. And this one I've only attached at the top because I might want to tuck something in down here for those photos. Do I want to tuck this down here? I've also got this. Problem is I've got so much blue and turquoise on blue and turquoise. Okay, so time for a contrasting color. Let's go back to my supplies. Just want to pop the top of that up. There we go. Okay. You know, as much as I love this with here, I'm not sold on it. Maybe just a little bit of it. Point is to clear your desk. So let's see if I can get this on here and clear my desk. And I've got these guys. Okay, I gotta get my big shot and cut those out. Alright, so circles cut. I am ready to embellish this layout. So just inking my edges. I've inked everything that's on this page so far, so I might as well be consistent with that. And I'm just roughly placing them, and then I will grab the other embellishments that I have pulled aside for this and get those in place. And now it's time to turn attention to a title. So I have that packet of letter stickers from A Simple Stories. These are the ones that are meant to go in your planner, but I'm not sure which color I want to use. The pink that's in that set is a light pink, and I would really like to pull out that deeper pink that's down at the bottom in two places. So I've pulled from my stash a set of American Crafts stickers, very old. They are like a puffy sticker in a hot pink, and I'm going to use that for my number 6. She's in grade 6, so it's going to be a very simple title of grade 6. And now I'm just trying to see which color of letter sticker I would like to use with that. And I'm sort of auditioning the light pink, the navy, and the turquoise. And the navy is the clear winner, but against the polka dot background, it's hard to read. So I have that branding strips just sitting on the top of my desk, so I decide to cut a little piece of it out and tuck it behind the photo up there, and then I can place my title on there, and it's much more legible against that polka dot background. And I had placed that G down just a little bit crooked, so I just take the time to straighten it out. And just like I did in the first layout, I'm going to put the number 6 on top of the photo in that sort of empty space there, and I center it underneath the word grade. So now I can get everything else stuck down and think about getting some journaling in. When I place those cork circles, because they have all the sort of pie-shaped, and they're all different colors, I am trying to have the navy sections positioned so that they create a triangle around the photo there with the navy title. And so now it's time to bring in some other elements. I've got that set of puffy stickers from a Gossamer Blue kit, and there are 2 light blue hearts and one that is sort of a purplish navy. So I'm going to bring those onto the layout. And then I realize realized I'd better get my journaling in before I embellish that section too much, so there's no space for it. And I want it to be quite similar to what I have for the grade 3 layout. So I pull that in just so I can copy the wording basically. So I have her age and then her teacher's name. And in this case, she has a different teacher right now than she did at the beginning of the year. That teacher left to pursue a different position within the school board. So I have to have both her teacher's names in there, and then I just write favorite subject and BFFs just like I did on the first layout that I made, and she can fill that in the next time I see her. So also on that sheet of puffy stickers from Gossamer Blue are some little asterisks. So I'm adding those around the embellishment areas. And I add one over to the far right by the journaling. I'm not sure if it's really going to stay there. It's there. It's still there right now, but I am going to take a look at it and see if I want to move it. And then I'm looking through that sticker book, and there's this one navy flower, and I thought about adding it, but the other navy flower or flowers in that book have silver accents, and I didn't want to bring silver into this. So I decide to just skip that, save it for another layout. And then I'm checking the puffy stickers to see if there's anything that works. And I really like this arrow. I think it says lovely. But it's a little bit too long, and I don't want to cut the puffy sticker. I think that will do nasty things to the sticker. So unfortunately I have to put it back. So while I'm thinking about what else this needs, I decide to get some mist on it. So I pull out my gold Color Shine by Heidi Swap and sprinkle that on there. I do get a little bit on the photos that I wipe off, except down at the bottom right. There's several splatters down at the bottom right, but I decide to leave them because they're not just taken away from the photo, and they're okay. But it does need something a little bit different. So I pull in those pink gems thinking that the pink will work as a hot pink element, but it's not quite the same tone. It's a bit cooler. It's a bit more purpley than the pink that's on the layout. So I go for enamel dots instead, and I just create little triangles around each embellishment area. And that is basically where I'm going to call it done. So here's the finished layout, and I'm happy with it. It's fine, but I do feel like the very top right corner is a bit bare, so I might entertain the thought of going back there and adding something. But for now, this is what I have. There you can see the paint splatters, or the mist splatters on the photo. I'm just going to leave them though. They don't do anything to detract from the photos. And the journaling, so all those blank spaces need to get filled in at a later date. All right, thanks very much. I will be back with my next layout soon. Bye-bye.